All right. Oh, we get to go first. The game takes pity on us. Perfect. We will absolutely keep this. We have Ancestral Visions. We have Angel Song. We have Removal. We have 2 lands. Oh, this is going to be good. And we have a good-natured opponent. They wished us good luck. Thank you, Ego404. Your ego was not found. All right, so we'll start Flooded Strand. We are going to fetch up a Hollowed Fountain. Untapped. Suspend Ancestral Visions. The best part about playing a statistically improbable to win deck like Battle of Wits or Battle of Wits Turns is that every game is different. You'll never know what happens next. Alright. So we suspend Ancestral Visions, we pass to our opponent. Our opponent starts Temple Garden. Tapped. Interesting. Okay. Well, Ancestral Visions taken down. We draw Mikokuro, or we draw Ralzeric. Play Mikokuro, pass the turn. Yes. Shots. Alright, our opponent plays a Spellskite. Well, we're going to cycle Angel Song. We need some lands. We draw Battle of Wits. Alright, well, there's a way to win the game. There's a way that straight up wins the game. It says win the game right on the card. We just got to cast this. Alright, Ancestral Visions. Taken down. Land, please. That is the exact opposite of a land. If on the compass rose, one of the points was land, the opposite direction would be the 8-mana elephant. So, I'm going to Declaration in Stone the Spellskite and pass the turn. Ancestral Vision, still 2 turns on that. Opponent gets a clue. We pass. You know, our opponent might have gotten a clue, but they still have no clue what we're doing. Not unless they're actively watching this stream. I don't think anyone that sees this combination of cards will predict that we're holding 4 colors worth of things in our hand. Cool. Opponent gets a Watery Grave. What are they playing? Oh, is it like, it could be like 4-color gifts, which would be really bad for us to play against because that's just like a better version of our deck. We draw a second Battle of Wits, just in case the first one gets countered. Also, my favorite art and favorite flavor text on any Battle of Wits is the wizard who reads 1,000 books is powerful, but the wizard who memorizes 1,000 books is insane. Well, next turn we get 4 draws to hit a land. Hopefully we do. That'd be pretty fantastic. No idea what our opponent's playing. Kind of hoping they Field of Ruin us, actually, to fix our mana. That way we could get like a mountain, so we can be sure to cast our payoffs. Put up plays a Marsh Flats. You know what's funny is if they get Iona, the only problem is it puts us on a 3-turn clock. I think any color they name, we theoretically have an answer to it. I'm not totally sure. Also, welcome new viewers to the stream! I'm Kano, I'm getting drunk in Modern, and we're playing Time Warps of Wits, Battle of Turns, Battle of Wits Time Warps Edition, whatever you want to call it, in some 2-mans in Modern. And we're having fun. And I can guarantee that they've never seen a list like ours, ever, period. Hey, thanks, Alex DeBolis. I greatly appreciate your support. You're a wonderful human being. Alright. Opponent plays Doran the Siege Tower. Well, it looks like it's the Assault deck. The Big Butts. Big Butts deck. Alright, Ancestral Visions. Coming off Suspend, we target ourself, and we draw 3 cards. Land, please. No land. Land. Alright, we finally hit a land. Finally hit a land. Okay. Pass the turn. We're going to discard a couple of things here that might confuse our opponent. We discard Terastodon and Omniscience. Go! Go, opponent, go! Don't get confused. Just play. Oh, shoot. They get in for 5. We turn off auto yields because we want a Mikokuro at their end step. I almost Almost F6'd that. That was bad. Alright, we take it. Go to 12. We need another white source so we can settle their wreckage. Opponent passes to end step. We get opponent collected company. Well, as long as they don't hit a True Believer or an Aegis of the Gods, and we draw a white source, this settle the wreckage is going to be awesome. Alright. Did you get anything off this collected company? Another Spellskite. And an Aven Mind Sensor. Well, I don't want to draw fetch land now. That would be really bad. The odds of us drawing anything... Okay, Angel Song. Angel Song is like kind of like a Time Warp at the very least. And get to fog our opponent's damage, unless they have a counterspell. So I'm guessing they have Watery Grave for Arcades Sabbath. Ooh, Supreme Verdict. Okay, we gotta draw land. That's all we need. All we need is a white source. All I want for Christmas is a white source, please. Alright, well, we're discarding Cryptic Command because there's no universe where we cast that. And I think we discard... I don't want to discard Battle Wits, but I'm gonna. We're gonna discard one of our Battle Wits. Alright, opponent. What have you got? What have you got for me? If our opponent attacks, they take us to 10. Odds are we're going to need at least 2 life. Or they deal 10 damage, they take us to 2. You won't have double white and blue, but I guess we still need white. Well, if we get white, we can settle the wreckage. Yeah, we do need double white and blue for the Supreme Verdict, yes. Yes, I'm sorry. I am a little bit drunk, so I may not be making the most sense at the moment. But that was what I was trying to indicate. Okay, opponent gets in. And we'll Angel Song, because we are definitely going to need this life. Hopefully our opponent does not have a counterspell for this. Also, welcome to the stream, Blind Man X22. I hope you're enjoying yourself as much as I am right now, because I am having a blast. We're drinking some cinnamon vodka in cream soda at the moment, and it tastes exactly like a cinnamon roll, and I love it. We take no damage. Opponent plays a Marilyn of the Morn song. Also, thank you for following Blind Man X22. You're a wonderful human being. Oh no, we only searched the top 4 cards? Okay, well we got Condemn. Oh man. Oh, that's brutal. This is such a brutal combo. I love it. I've never seen anything like that. Has anyone ever seen anything like that? I've never seen anything like that, and I love it. Everybody gets to Forbidden Alchemy every turn instead of drawing, and turns off fetch lands. Oh, but it's gonna fuck us really hard because we're not gonna get a white source. And we're losing way too much life. Oh, man. Oh, this is awesome. See, it's games like this that I don't even care that I lose, because, like, cool stuff is happening. Like, when we played against the mono-black control deck, we lost to, like, triple Obliterator into Grey Merchant, and Grey Merchant's what killed us. We would have won. We had Battle of Wits resolved. We died to Grey Merchant. Like, it's stuff like that that I ain't even mad about. Stuff like this that I ain't even mad about. I would rather play 1,000 games against this deck than play one more game versus Hollow One, if we're being honest. Alright. So opponent gets in. Well, we're going to Condemn Doran. Opponent's probably going to redirect. Oh, actually we die. But there was nothing we could have drawn in the top 4 cards that would have saved us. Yep, opponent redirects, and we die. That's how you feel about burn? That's true. That's true. Like, Burn plays a very particular kind of game. But I like Burn because incidental life gain can be very good. You can still play a reasonable strategy versus them, and if you can play anything that out-resources them while incidentally gaining life, you should be able to win. Ooh. Yeah, we can't keep that hand. We can't keep a 1-land hand with a 10-mana spell in it. Good hand. Perfect hand. This is the hand that we want. We're keeping this hand. Firebrand to the bottom. Start Hallowed Fountain. Tapped. Pass the turn. Thank you. Thank you. Opponent plays a Windswept Heath. Fetches and finds a Murmuring Bosk, the only fetchable tri-land. A forest that is also a Caves of Koilos. It's a pretty good card, if you can afford to play it. Opponent revealed a Doran, the Siege Tower. Okay. I'm really thinking that they definitely have like a Path or a Fatal Push. So we're going to hold off on Baral here and play Search for Iskanta. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent plays a Plains. Assault Formation. Now things hit with their butts. Okay, so Search for Iskanta. Mill the Opt. We draw. Path to Exile. Cool, we can interact with their board. Play Baral, pass the turn. Hold up Mana Leak. Ooh, we might even get the loot. Looting off of Baral is pretty sweet. Especially in a deck of 261 cards remaining. Welcome, new viewers, to the stream. I'm Kano. We're getting drunk and modern and playing Time Warp of Wits. We're taking a shot every time we win a round, however unlikely that is. We took one because we felt like we punted enough that we should have won the round. And we're currently drinking cinnamon vodka and cream soda because it's delicious and tastes like cinnamon rolls. Opponent fetches with Marsh Flats and finds... What do they find? A swamp. Well, there's Doran. I think I'm actually going to Path Doran and hold up Mana Leak for next turn. So Path Doran, pay 1 life to do so. Opponent gets probably a forest. Oh, an island. Okay. I forgot that they're playing blue for Arcades, probably. Alright, we mill. Savor the moment. We draw Battle of Wits. Alright, well, I have found how we're going to win. Let's get in for one with Baral. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Breeding Pool. Tapped. Ooh, they don't have anything else. They probably have Collected Company. Alright, we untap, we mill... no, we really need lands. We gotta keep that, unfortunately. Play the land, pass the turn. Oh! I know what I'm going to do instead. Let's Time Warp. Let's do the Time Warp again. Target ourselves. I'm never ever going to be drunk enough to Time Warp my opponent again. For anyone who doesn't know what I'm saying, for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, check my YouTube. Alright, start building some Threshold for this Search for Iskanta. Opponent probably going to Coco here. Well, they thought about it. Alright, we untap. Search for Iskanta finds us a Flooded Strand, which we will keep. Play the Flooded Strand. Fetch with Flooded Strand. Find an island. The link for my YouTube. One moment. Well, let's cast Battle of Wits and F6. The link for my YouTube, I will post in chat in 1 second. There you are. That should get you there. Opponent, Collected Company. Let's see what they find. Hopefully not like a Spell Queller. Oh, Spell Queller wouldn't hit Battle of Wits. Confidant. They're playing. Interesting that they're playing Confidant. I like our opponent's list. This is really spicy. We resolve Battle of Wits. I think our opponent should have Collected Company in response to the fetch land. I honestly do, because of the potential to hit Aven Mind Sensor, especially if they're running more than one as like part of, you know, and if it's not just like a toolkit card. Opponent reveals a Contraband Kingpin. Oh, nice! That guy's awesome. Remember playing him in Standard a little bit. That was fun. Opponent shocks in Watery Grave. What do they got? What do they got? What do they got? What do they got? No! They have Assassin's Trophy! And we were going to draw another one! I forgot this card got invented lately. Shoot. Alright. Well, that sucks. Opponent gets in for 2. We take it. Go to 14. Untap. Search for his Kanta. Mill the fetch land. It's not going to find us anything anyway. Draw a Snapcaster. Okay. Well, let's Snapcaster. Opponent definitely has another Collected Company. Like 100%. Target Time Warp. We're not going to attack with Baral specifically because of that. Time Warp, target ourselves. Go to next turn. Unless our opponent, of course, interacts with this somehow. We do not attack. Opponent going for it now. Collected Company. They find Spellskite and Marilyn the Morn Song. That actually helps us here. Okay. We look at the top 4 cards of our deck. Yeah, let's do it. Battle of Wits. Play Battle of Wits. Hold up, Mana Leak. Pass the turn. Mana Leak will not counter a second Assassin's Trophy, so we have to pray our opponent does not have it. That is the 3rd Battle of Wits we've seen this game. Number 3. Okay, opponent gets an extra card off of Confidant. revealing Doran the Siege Tower. They get to look at the top 4 cards of their deck. Lose 3 life. What do they find? Oh, our opponent found found another Assassin's Trophy. Well, we'll fire off the Mana Leak. Maybe they click through it by accident. At least this way they don't get to cast Doran as well. We do not counter it, so we do not get to loot. Well, we get an island. Oddly, Maryland, pretty good here. As far as we have to draw every turn, so we have to tutor and lose 3 life every turn. Opponent gets in. Kind of want to draw Temporal Sundering, Karn's Temporal Sundering off the top. Gets in, gets in. Is there any way we can get them to die to their own Bob? We either need to combo off with turns or get them to die to their own life loss. Alright, well, we'll throw a Snapcaster under the bus here. Take 1 damage. Go to 9. Untap. Okay, Maryland. What does Maryland find us? We'll take Stitch in Time, I think. Merchant Scroll can't find us anything useful. Blessed Alliance can gain us some life, but also not really that useful. So we'll take Stitch in Time. Red, blue... let's see. Okay, we get to flip a coin, and if we win the flip, we take an extra turn. So 50-50 chance of extra turn. Almost 50-50 chance of extra turn. Is that 50% as good as Time Walk? Excuse me. Probably not. Tails never fails, except now. Okay. Activate search for Iskanta. Finds us. Maybe we should have done that first. Path to Exile. Alright. We might be able to survive this. Just maybe. We can survive this. If our opponent flips a collected company off of Bob, they die to Maryland tutoring for them. Opponent flips a Maryland in the Morn Song. Maryland's down to 1. I've only been able to do 1 more point of damage. Well, we can survive the attack. Because this is 1-2 block here. Or 1-2 block here. Take 2. Oh no, we have to path. Because it would be 3. Okay. Yeah, that guy's a card. I think. That's pretty good. And our opponent's going to have a Spellskite for the path. Block here. I guess we can technically survive. There's a way. I'm pretty sure there's a way. Maybe not. Maybe there isn't. Because that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Path here. We have to, in response to the Maryland trigger, Maryland and the Morn Song, we have to search for Iskanta, flip for Blessed Alliance to gain life to survive. That is, if we aren't just dead to the damage here. And if we don't die, our opponent loses at their draw step. So everybody, I need you to lend me your energy. You guys didn't lend me your energy. Like, what's up? Ooh, this is a good hand. We'll keep. Hopefully we're not playing against, like, Turbo Blood Moon. Or Land Destruction. Please don't be Land Destruction. That makes me feel bad. Opponent starts Stomping Ground. And Search for Tomorrow. Okay. Alright, looks like the Valakut deck. We do not need a stop on our draw step. Play Glacial Fortress tapped, pass the turn. Opponent search for Iskanta ticking down, or search for Tomorrow at ticking down. Plays Valakut. Alright, well let's Arch of Orazka and play Jace, Vryn's Prodigy. Pass the turn. Opponent gets a land off of search. Excuse me. Plays a mountain, up to 4 mana. Plays a Bloodbraid Elf. Cascades into Explorer. Okay, well at least it's not Bolt for Jace. Plays a land. Has the Bolt for Jace. Gets in for 3, we take it. Play Snow-Covered Plains. Thought Scour ourselves. We draw Iona, Shield of Emeria. We'll play Howling Mine. I don't think one draw will determine whether or not our opponent kills us immediately. And if we can 2-mode Blessed Alliance, we might be in a slightly better position. So opponent draws 2 cards. Shocks a Stomping Ground. Ooh, is this Titan? This might be Titan. Summoner's Pact. Reveals Primeval Titan. Well, at the very least, they do not have a Prismatic Omen and can't just fetch 2 Valakuts to kill us. However, we're going to be taking some damage. At least 9 damage, by my calculations. It is prime time. Amazon Prime Fire TV! Opponent gets in for 3, takes us to 14. Ooh, we draw a Declaration in Stone. That might actually keep us alive. So let's deck in Stone the Titan. Unfortunately, we did not draw another land like we so desperately need. Pass the turn. If our opponent plays another Titan or Escape Shift, we're definitely dead. 100,000%. Opponent pays 4 so they don't lose to the Summoner's Pact. Draws an extra card. Plays a forest. Is it scape shift time? It's scape shift time. Alright, opponent kills us. Next game. Alright, start Hollow Fountain, tap to pass the turn. Opponent plays a Wooded Foothills, cracks Wooded Foothills, gets a forest. Suspend search for tomorrow. Suspend search for tomorrow. Okay, we untap. We draw a Mana Confluence. Well, play a Glacial Fortress, pass the turn. Opponent search for tomorrow, ticking down. They play a mountain. They play a Farseek. Gets a Cinderglade. Passes turn. Well, we untap. We draw Savor the Moment. Play Nimbus Maze. I think we're going to Giga Drowse our opponent this turn. Well, let's search for tomorrow, resolve on their upkeep, and then we will Giga Drowse all of their green sources, question mark, I think. There's the search for tomorrow. I'll let it resolve. Alright, let's tap down the green. Replicating twice. Targeting Cinderglade, Forest, and Forest. F6. Not doing anything else this turn. Opponent plays a Stomping Ground. Opponent suspends a second search for tomorrow. We untap, we draw Part the Water Veil. Well, let's play Mana Confluence. We'll play an Explore of our own. Savor the Moment. Untap. Next turn. Play an Arch of Orazca. Pass the turn. Well, as long as our opponent can't kill us in the next 2 turns, we should be okay. Opponent shocks Stomping Ground. And here comes the prime time. If we can get a path to exile, we might actually be able to survive. We don't have any 0 mana kill spells that we can tutor for, unfortunately. Opponent gets 2 Valakuts. We draw Teferi. If we play Battlewits, we almost certainly lose because our opponent can get like Valakut Mountain and didn't just kill us. So I think we play a Plains and we take an extra turn to see what we draw. Okay, we untap. We draw Jace the Mind Sculptor. We are probably dead. So we have 2 options. three options. We can play Jace, we can unsummon Titan and die. We can play Jace, we can brainstorm, maybe hit removal, deal with the Titan, and probably die. Unless we hit... No, we pretty much die there. We can play Teferi, we can tuck the Titan, and as long as our opponent's not holding Escape Shift, we survive. I think Teferi is our best play. And it doesn't feel great, if we're being honest. Tuck the Titan. Pass the turn. I forgot entirely about Search for Tomorrow. So if our opponent shuffles away the Titan, they can... Actually, they have to if they cast Search for Tomorrow. Opponent gets a Forest. Also, welcome new viewers to the stream. We're playing and losing to taking turns of Battle of Wits. Opponent casts Escape Shift, chooses to search for nothing, casts Escape Shift, and just to go, still had all these. We had a Battle of Wits in hand, but unfortunately we're unable to win the game. I would love to play first, but this is not a hand I can play first with. Much better. We will keep this. Thought Scour to the bottom. Alright. Play Port Town, reveal Sunken Hollow, and opt. Windswept Heath to the top, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Verdant Catacombs. And does nothing else. Interesting. We draw Narset and Enlightened Master. Play a Sunken Hollow, tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent fetches with Verdant Catacombs and finds a Overgrown Tomb, tapped. Okay. Opponent plays another Verdant Catacombs and fetches, finds a Swamp. Bitter Blossom. Interesting. Looks like a green-black mid-range deck of some kind. We draw Karn's Temporal Sundering. So we play Windswept Heath. We fetch up a Sacred Foundry and play Monastery Siege draw mode. Draw Monastery Siege, name Khans. Opponent is very confused. They're thinking really hard about this. We would actually be okay if our opponent Assassin's Trophied that, because we would not mind the ramp to get to Narset. If we play Narset and she survives any Edict effect, like a Liliana, and swings, we are almost guaranteed to win the game. So opponent's turn, they get a Fairy Rogue from Bitter Blossom. Opponent duresses with Collective Brutality. Sure, take a peek. Probably takes Ethereal Haze. That's our only reasonably castable card. Also, welcome new viewers to the stream. I'm Kano, I'm getting drunk in Modern, and we're playing Time Warp of Wits. Playing against a green-black mid-range deck. We're going to take a shot for every round we win. So far we've taken one shot, but I don't think we won that round. We just punted hard enough that we felt like we could have. Opponent, really confused about what to take, has to read all of our cards. Takes Karn's Temporal Sundering. Interesting. I don't think that's the card I would have taken. Passes turn. Alright, we draw a couple cards. We draw an Aether Hub and a Plains. Well, pitch Temporal Mastery. We're never casting it. Play a Plains. Pass the turn. If we can make it to this Narset, we're definitely winning this game. Opponent gets a token. Ooh, still missing a land, maybe? Gets in for 1. We take it. No reason to fog yet. Go to 16. Opponent plays a Twilight Mire. Alright, now we're hoping for no Liliana. It's a Maelstrom Pulse. Okay. Well, that's not Liliana. We draw Field of Ruin. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and Field of Ruin this Twilight Mire. Yes, I did just play a Titan Shift deck. Was that you, Sir Muffins? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it was wasn't the greatest couple of games that we've played from our side. We were really close. We had Battle of Wits in hand and couldn't take an extra turn to win with it. Thanks for stopping by to check it out. I appreciate that. Okay, so opponent plays our worst nightmare. Unfortunately, we cannot Narset Enlightened Master. We will pitch Ethereal Haze. Opponent gets in for 2. We take it, go to 14. If Liliana did not have the Edict mode, Narset would definitely win us the game here. We draw a Ghost Quarter. Well, we'll play Ghost Quarter. Pass the turn. Opponent ticks up Liliana of the Veil. We'll discard Aether Hub. Maybe we need some way to give Narset haste. Though I'm not sure how you could possibly guarantee a 2-card combo that costs at least 7 mana in a deck like this without really hindering yourself. Opponent Duress mode on Collective Brutality sees that we're holding Narset. Gets in for 3. You know, it's funny. The only 2 times we've drawn Narset in all of our games, we play against a Liliana of the Veil deck. Alright, we get an Exhaustion. Well, let's cast Narset. I think it's what we got to do at this point. Our opponent, 100% minuses Liliana here. Well, thanks for stopping by, Cafe Chipmunk. I'm really glad you did. We're going to be going for a while, and you guys can expect some videos on the YouTube for this after the fact. Please, just don't be scared of the Narset. Don't tick down. You know you don't want to. Let us swing. You got to see what our combo is. You got to know how to interact with us. All right, fine. I didn't think that was going to work, but it was worth a try. Opponent gets in for a bunch with a bunch of fairies. We take it. Not much we can do about that. Kind of need a Dictative Crew Fix or something off the top. Some way to start getting advantage. Jace, Architect of Thought would be a good one too. Opponent plays a Vraska, Golgari Queen. Ticks up. May sacrifice another permanent. Sacks a swamp. Draws a card. Okay, well, we draw a useless Time Stretch. We'll exhaust our opponent in an attempt to stay alive. Pass the turn. Opponent. He has a fairy. Opponent makes us discard our time stretch. Opponent pluses Vraska. Sacks a fairy. Gets in for 1, takes us to 6. I don't think there's anything we can draw to get us out of this, unfortunately. Yep. Okay, we'll go to the next game. Don't really have any sideboard for this one. Yeah, this looks like a playable hand. We'll keep this. We have a remand. We have an exhaustion. We do have a time warp of some kind. Our opponent has mulliganed. That's good news for us. Play an island. Pass the turn. Opponent fetches with Verdant Catacombs and finds a swamp. Casts Duress. Well, let's opt. Kind of want another land anyway. Keep the island. Opponent has their pick. Probably should take Remand, I think. Takes Remand. We untap. What do we draw? Nimbus Maze. Okay. Play Plains. Pass the turn. We would really like some kind of value engine. So a Dictate, a Jace, I mean baby Jace, the 2-mana Jace. Search for Iskanta would be good. Opponent on the Mono Duress plan takes Karn's Temporal Sundering. Don't know why they floated 2 black there, but okay. We draw an Angel Song. Play a Sunken Hollow, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Field of Ruin. And they have nothing, apparently. Interesting. Nope, no victory shots yet. It's been a while. Well, we'll cycle Angel Song. We draw a Walk the Aeons. Okay, Thoughtseize goes off. I think our opponent should probably take the Exhaustion. They take Walk the Aeons. Well, play Celestial Colonnade, pass the turn. Now, the longer the game goes, the higher the chance that we're actually going to win. Because eventually we will just start drawing things that are more powerful than our opponent can deal with. That is one of the competitive advantages to playing a 270 card deck. Thank you, Mav. I appreciate the faith in me, because I don't know that I have faith in me right now. Okay, upon a Field of Ruins Colonnade, that fixes our mana. We go fetch a mountain. Opponent has 2 black mana. Inquisitions takes Exhaustion. Well, the good news is our opponent has not propagated any threats yet. Play a Nimbus Maze, pass the turn. We have 7 cards in our graveyard and 5 available mana, so we can in fact take an extra turn with Temporal Trespass, but we are going to wait until we have something that we can take advantage with that. So like a Dictate effect, a Planeswalker maybe. Opponent plays a Vraska, Golgari Queen. Takes it up. Do they sack any permanents? They sack a swamp. They draw a card. Well, play a Prairie Stream, pass the turn. There are so many things in our deck that we can draw that would be absolutely crazy nuts to draw. So hopefully we draw something. Opponent Thought Seizes, takes our Temporal Trespass. That's kind of unfortunate. That was really the only thing we had going for us at the moment. But I didn't want to delve away the whole grave in case we draw like a Snapcaster or anything else useful. Opponent sacks their Twilight Mire, draws a card. Pretty close to ultimating Vraska. That would be really bad for us. They don't play anything else. Probably just holding up an Assassin's Trophy. Well, we draw Time Warp. Let's play a land. Cast a Time Warp. Next turn. Come on, Planeswalker. Part the Water Veil. We don't have quite enough mana to awaken it, so we're going to cast it. We need to draw something here. And I think casting Time Warps as redraws is fine at this point. We draw a Blessed Alliance. Okay. Doesn't really do anything at this point. Pass the turn. Opponent Inquisition. Well, target player gains 4 life. Target ourselves. Pass the turn. Opponent sacks a swamp. Plays nothing. We draw a Flooded Strand. Play a Flooded Strand, pass the turn. We're getting into hard cast time stretch territory. Opponent plays a Nissa, Voice of Zendikar. Well, they make a plant. They can put a 1/1 counter on it, and if it deals damage to us, it'll kill us. So we definitely need something this turn in order to not die. Okay. Opponent may sacrifice another permanent, and if they do, they draw a card. Sacks a land. Takes Vraska to 12. Fetch with Flooded Strand. Let's find a Steam Vents. Tapped. We draw a Temporal Trespass. Well, we need to not die this turn, so we need to draw anything useful. So let's delve away some of the useless cards in our grave. Take an extra turn. Gotta find something. Man, how good would like a Cyclonic Rift or a Planar Cleansing be right now? Too bad we don't have those in our deck. Snapcaster Mage. Okay. Well, not really anything useful, but we do get to take an extra turn here. We will target Walk the Aeons. Target ourself. Unfortunately, we cannot buy back while flashing back, because buyback will override the flashback text and exile it anyway. So we take an extra turn. What do we draw? Part the Water Veil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, so close. Well, attack Vraska. Maybe we can at least get her low enough that we're not going to die next turn to her ultimate. Okay, opponent doesn't block. Unfortunately, we were 1 mana short of awakening this Part the Water Veil. But we'll cast another Part the Water Veil. Untap. Next turn, we draw Mikokoro. Well, let's attack Vraska. Golgari Queen. Opponent either has to block or let her go below 9, so she won't be able to ultimate next turn. Also, welcome new viewers to the stream. Wow, 11 viewers. Been a while since I had this many. Thank you, everybody. We're getting drunk and playing Battle of Time Warps in Modern. Currently playing against green-black mid-range. We're going to take a shot for every round we win, though I think that has yet to happen. It's pretty sweet. Play Mikokoro. Let's draw with Mikokoro in case we had a Time Warp. We have a pretty high chance of doing so. Well, we drew Battle of Wits. And our opponent can't just outright kill us next turn, so we play Battle of Wits, and we pass the turn. All right, everybody. No Assassin's Trophies. We gotta pray. No Assassin's Trophies, no Maelstrom Pulses. Lend me your energy, everyone. We're gonna win with Battle of Wits. Come on! All right, Magic Gods. If there's any justice in this world, you gotta let this Battle of Wits trigger go off. Whatever deity oversees Magic the Gathering, I beseech you now. No Assassin's Trophies, no Maelstrom Pulses, please. Opponent makes a token with Nissa. Pluses Vraska. Sacks a token. Plays a land. Did we get there? Did we get there? Come on. Oh! No! Oh, we were so close. Opponent has the Assassin's Trophy. Well, it was pretty highly likely, but that makes us sad. Damn. Okay, well, they haven't won yet. We untap. We draw a Windswept Heath. We'll play Windswept Heath. Fetch with Windswept Heath. Let's find a Prairie Stream. Activate Mikokoro. Draw a card. Time Warp, please. Jace. Okay. We'll get it at Vraska. A shot for Fortitude? Yeah, we might. I should have made an offering when I beseeched the magic deities. I think that might have worked. Okay, take Vraska back down below alt range. Play Jace, Vryn's Prodigy. Opponent plays an Overgrown Tomb, untapped. makes a token. Collective Brutality to kill Jace. He is quite the, rather the threat here. Because we could have flashed back Karn's Temporal Sundering and bounced the Vraska. Opponent plays a Bitter Blossom. Sacks a land. Okay. Opponent passes. We draw an Opt. Well, let's start with the Opt. Ancestral Vision to the bottom. We draw Temporal Sundering, but we can't cast it because we don't have a legendary permanent. Activate Mikokoro. Chandra. Ooh, that's good. Okay. Get in at Vraska. Opponent will block. Yes, we need a legendary creature or planeswalker to cast our legendary sorcery. Unfortunately, not a legendary permanent. Okay. Play Chandra. Ping the plant so we don't die. Pass the turn. Now, if we get to untap with all of our permanents, we should be able to win the game. Because we can reverberate this Karn's Temporal Sundering, take a bunch of extra turns in a row. It's okay, I'm actually kind of drunk and probably was saying the wrong thing. Welcome, Meddling Max, by the way. Glad to have you here at the stream. Opponent makes a plant. Does have a Vraska emblem. And Maelstrom pulses the Chandra that we really desperately needed. That's pretty bad for us. Okay. Plays a tap land. Oh. Shocks in the Overgrown too. Duress. Takes our Temporal Sundering. Oh, this all went to hell pretty quick. We draw Monastery Siege. Well, that's not useful yet. Activate Mikokoro, see what we draw. Thought Scour. Thought Scour ourself. Talaria West. Transmute Talaria West. Get our Walking Ballista that we brought in. Make a Walking Ballista. Ping the Rogue. Attack Vraska. Opponent does not block. Kill Vraska. Kill the plant before he can buff the plant. Pass the turn. Whew, our opponent has had this Vraska emblem for way too many turns, and we just have not taken damage from creatures yet. Oh my gosh. Oh, we should have been dead so many turns ago, but we have just been barely hanging in there. Oh, man. This is a turn 17, game 2. Opponent draws a bunch of cards, gains a bunch of life. What do they play? Inquisition takes Monastery Siege. That's unfortunate. Plays Bitter Blossom number 2. Plays Bitter Blossom number 3. Okay, we have 2 draws to find action to win. We draw Savor the Moment. We draw Time Stretch. 5, 6, 7, 8. We are 2 mana from casting Time Stretch. If we had drawn this first, we would probably win. Well, let's savor the moment that we're still alive. We're not going to attack, just in case we draw something that we need to use to bounce this Snapcaster. We draw Stitch in Time. Okay, so if we win the flip on Stitch in Time, we win this game, basically. So we have to get in at our opponent, because we're not going to be able to block. This game right now is literally coming down to a coin flip. Opponent takes 2. Goes to 16. Red, blue, blue, Stitch in Time. Because next turn we'll be untapping and taking like 3 extra turns, which should allow us to find something to win. Tails never fails! Heads, we lost the flip! Ah! Oh, we were so close. Alright. Hang on. So, first turn we would have drawn those 2 cards. Next turn we would have drawn those 2 cards. And the turn after we would have drawn those 2 cards. So what this means is, had we won the flip, we would untap, we would Time Stretch. Then we would untap, and we would play Ralzeric. And we would Snapcaster a Time Warp. And we would do that again. And then we would do it again. And we would Panoptic Mirror until we drew another Time Warp and gain infinite turns. We were so close to winning that game.